Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1979 season is on the air. Today's date is June 6, 1979, and we are at the friendly confines of Wrigley Field for a game between the San Diego Padres and the Chicago Cubs. The Padres come into this game with a record of 24 wins and 33 losses. The Padres right now are tied for fourth with San Francisco in the NL West. The Chicago Cubs have a record of one game under 500, 24 and 25. They trailed the Philadelphia Phillies for third by about 2 games. So anything is possible here between these two tonight. A very interesting matchup, I think, between two very good pitchers, although one pitcher was a little bit removed from his Cy Young year from 1976, which we did see him pitch that year. So hopefully tonight should be a good matchup here at Wrigley Field, one of the more historic ballparks. So hopefully we have a good matchup tonight. Brian Patterson is first through the turnstiles at Wrigley Field. The Cubs historically won this game. Cubs, 3 runs, 9 hits and no errors. The Padres, no runs, 4 hits and 2 errors. So there was a shutout in this game, but we all know when inside pitches rolled, anything is possible. The fans here at Wrigley Field love their Cubs. This is 1979, so I believe the lights weren't installed yet, so this game was actually played during the day, if I'm correct. So let's take a look and, let's get started, shall we? Starting pitcher for the Chicago Cubs will be Rick Russell. 18 wins, 12 losses, a 3.62 ERA. 36 starts for Russell. And that's not a bad season. 3.62, maybe a bit high, but Russell was very capable. He had 18 wins. Kind of tells me he didn't get much run support that year. So here we go. Padres trying to stay close in the NL West. Cubs only a couple of games behind the Phillies for third in the NL East. What will happen tonight? Let's find out. Leading off for the Padres will be center fielder Gene Richards. 279 average, 4 homers, 41 RBIs in 79. We are using gray, white, and blue dice for the Cubs. They are the home team. Let's play a little baseball. Russell, 5-6. That is a blank. Richards, 1-5. That's a line drive right to short, and that's going to be out number 1. One quick out there. And now we'll see the shortstop, Ozzy Smith. In my opinion, the most athletic shortstop in baseball history. Did not have a good year at the plate, though. 211 average and only 27 RBIs. Played in almost every game for the Padres. Excellent shortstop, of course, but couldn't really hit a lick that year. Russell with the pitch. 1-1. That's a home run chance, but Ozzy Smith, of course, Ozzy Smith has zeros at homer, so there's not going to be no chance there. Smith, a 4-1, and that ball is actually hit to center field. That is a 6, and that's going to be a base hit. So here I go, saying Ozzy Smith couldn't really hit a lick, and he just goes ahead and makes me eat the words, and he gets a single. Smith goes to first. And now we'll see the right fielder, Dave Winfield. Hall of Famer, just like Ozzy Smith is. Winfield had an excellent season in 79. 308 average, 34 homers, 118 RBIs. Excellent fielder out there. Excellent arm. Dave Winfield could have won the MVP for 79. He could have easily done that. Ozzy Smith, double play depth. He had 28 stolen bases. And that 18, though, is not going anywhere. Russell with the pitch. 1-3. That's a walk, and that 6 will be ball 4. So Russell walks Winfield. Wrigley Field, -1 to strikeouts and -1 to walks. So the Padres are off to an interesting start. And already he's runners at first and second. First walk issued by Russell. He had 67 of them that year. Next up will be the left fielder, Dan Briggs. Played many positions for the Padres that season. He is in left field tonight. 207 average, 8 homers, and 30 RBIs. Strategy roll coming up, of course. That is a 13. Smith stays put. Russell, 2-6. That is a blank. Briggs will swing. 6-2. That's a line drive right back to Russell and makes the catch for out number 1. For out number 2. And let's see if he gets one of the base runners. That is a 5, and he does. He throws to second. He'll double off Ozzy Smith and retire the side. A line drive hit right back to Russell. He'll turn around and fire to second. And that was caught by the shortstop, DeJesus. So that is an L-1-6 double play. Very, very common. Yeah. No runs, a hit for the Padres. Strand a base runner there. We'll go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the San Diego Padres, Randy Jones. Randy Jones in 76 was a Cy Young pitcher. But in 79, he kind of paled off a little bit. 11 wins, 12 losses, a 3.63 ERA. Jones, however, still a capable pitcher. Still well done. He could do the job. Leading off for the Cubs will be the shortstop, Ivan DeJesus. 283 average, 5 homers, 52 RBIs. That's a good year at the plate. Not very good at the position, though. Jones will go ahead and make the pitch. 6-5, strikeout 12. That's going to be high. DeJesus, 3-1. And DeJesus goes ahead and blasts a double to left. That'll bounce off the wall in left field. Briggs will get it. And that is a leadoff double for DeJesus, and he will hold that second. Next up will be the second baseman, Ted Sizemore. 251 average, 3 homers, 30 RBIs. Strategy roll, DeJesus at 24 stolen bases in 79. That is a 3. He does not get the jump. He doesn't get the steal sign. Does he get the hit and run attempt? They usually don't do hit and runs with runners on second, but I might actually start doing that. He actually did get the hit and run try. But I think with a runner on second, I think I'll just let Sizemore hit. Jones, 3-1 against the righty. That's a blank. Sizemore, 2-6, and that's going to be a fly out to left. Briggs will make that catch, and that will be the first out. Here is the first baseman, Billy Buckner. 284 average, 14 homers, 66 RBIs. I know Bill Buckner will always be looked for at that era in 1986, but people don't realize that Buckner was a hell of a player. And you know what? If you wanted to pull him in the Hall of Fame, I really don't know if I would have a problem with that. Buckner is at first base tonight. Strategy roll, 15, nothing happening. DeJesus will go ahead and stay where he is. Jones with the pitch. 4-6. That is a blank. Buckner, a 5-1. That ball is hit to center field. That is a 12 against the lefty. That's going to be a double for Buckner. Buckner comes through early. DeJesus will come around from second. He will score. Buckner goes to second base, and the Cubs jump out to a 1-0 lead. Nice RBI double for Buckner. And 1-0 in favor of the Cubs. My Basement Media Productions joins us here at Wrigley Field. So already 1-0 Cubs here in the bottom of the first. Buckner on at second. Here comes King Kong, left fielder Dave Kingman. 288 average, 48 bombs. He led the majors in homers, 115 RBIs. One of Kingman's best seasons. Kingman, though, of course, did strike out a lot. Anything happening with Buckner? Buckner actually does not get the steal sign. He will stay put. Jones with the pitch. 2-2. Wild pitch 19, and that's going to be too high. Ball 1. Jones will do again. 6-4. That's an error on a grounder. Kingman, 4-1, and that is a ground ball. It's a ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Smith. Smith's error rating is a 6. That's an 18. He won't make an error. He'll throw to first to get out number 2. Buckner needs a 3 or lower to take third, and he does. So Buckner will go to third base on the ground out. And with 2 outs now, the batter will be center fielder Jerry Martin. 272 average, 19 homers, 73 RBIs. Yes, Buckner did get a raw deal. As a Mets fan, yes, of course, I was very happy when it happened. But the way Buckner was treated after that just really soured it up. Strategy roll. That is a 16, nothing happening. Jones will make the pitch. 4-6, blank. Martin. 2-3, and that's going to be a base hit past third. It's a single. Buckner will trot on home. Martin holds at first, and the Cubs have jumped out to a quick 2-0 lead. Stadium cheers. Yay! So already 2 runs in for the Cubs as Randy Jones having some issues here early in the bottom of the first. Next up will be the right fielder, Bobby Mercer. Mercer will find himself on the New York Yankees later in the season. He is on the Cubs at this time. 267 average, 15 homers, and 55 RBIs. And of course, you know, I always tell you if the player card does not match the team that's playing, I always let you know where he is going and why he is on the team still. Let's see, is Martin going to do anything? Not with that 4, he won't. Jones will make the pitch. 5-4, that is a blank. Mercer, 1-5, that's a fly ball to right field. Winfield will get to that one, and that will end the inning. 2 runs for the Cubs on 3 hits. After 1, the Cubs have a 2-0 lead to start the game. We shall go to the top of the second. Second inning coming up. Leading off for the Friars will be Gene Tennis. Tennis usually their catcher, but he is at first base today. 263 average, 20 homers, and 67 RBIs. Russell will make the pitch. 2-4, that's an error on a throw. Tennis, 5-2, that's going to be a base hit. Infield single to short. And that's going to get picked up by DeJesus. His error rating is a 10. That's a 2, and he's going to throw the ball away as well. So DeJesus picks up the ball, tries to get Tennis, throws wide of first, and that is an error on a throw on an infield single. Tennis will take second. So that is a base hit and an E6. That is the first error on the Cubs. They did not have any errors historically in the game, but Tennis will reach second base on the single and error on a bad throw by DeJesus. So that puts a runner on second. And we'll see third baseman Kirk Bavakwa, another great baseball name. 253 average, a homer, and 34 RBIs for Bavakwa. Tennis on at second. That is a 3, and he's not going to go anywhere. Russell will make the pitch. Russell, 4-5, strikeout 10. That is too high. Bavakwa, 1-3, and that's going to be a base hit to right field. It's a single. Tennis, a base running rating of 3. Single to right. Single to right plus 3. That's going to be an automatic 6. Tennis will come home and he will score without a throw. Bavakwa gets a run on the board. It is now 2-1. Bay RBI single by Bavakwa, and the Padres make it a 2-1 game. Steeler fan 1933 joins us here at Wrigley Field. Still nobody out here in the top of the second. And now coming up for the Padres will be their catcher, Fred Kendall. 167 average, a homer, and 6 RBIs. Bavakwa on at first. He had only 2 stolen bases, and that is a 4, and he's not going anywhere. Russell will make the pitch. 6-2 against the righty. Strikeout 12 too high. Kendall, 2-3. Ground ball to first. Let's see if they turn the 2. 3, 1-0-3. Shortstop pivot to Jesus -1. A 1-2, it's going to be a double play. They do not turn it. Bavakwa is thrown out at second, and Kendall takes first for 1 out. So fielder's choice for Kendall. Here's the second baseman, Bill Allman. .227 average, a homer, and 8 RBIs for the Padres. Infield stays at double play depth. That 3, Kendall is not doing anything. Russell will look in on Allman. Now a 2-1 game. The Padres got shut out historically, so already we got a new game. Russell with the pitch. 1-1. Home run chance. Allman a righty. A 1-12. The 15 is too high. Allman 5-4. That's a ground ball to short. Let's see if they get another chance at a double play. 1-0-2. Second base pivot. Sizemore +1 is 3. And nope, they won't get that double play either. Kendall thrown out at second. Allman will make it to first. 2 down. So another fielder's choice. Here comes the Padre pitcher, Randy Jones. Batted .174 that year in 79. He had 5 RBIs. Allman, see if he's going to do anything at first. And that 6 means no. He'll stay where he is. Russell, he will make the pitch. 4-1. Strikeout 12. Got him. He will get Jones. And that is strikeout number 1 for Russell. He had 125 of them that year. And that does retire the side. 1 run on 2 hits and an error. And it's now a 2-1 game in favor of the Cubbies. Bottom of the second coming up. Leading off for the Cubs will be third baseman Steve Ontiveros. .285 average, 4 homers, 57 RBIs. Not a good fielder at all, but not a bad year at the plate. I'll take a .285 average. Jones will make the pitch. 5-2, strikeout 8, and he got him. Struck him out. And that's going to be strikeout number 1 for Jones. He had 112 of them in 79. Here comes the catcher, Barry Foote. Foote, 254 average, 16 bombs, 56 RBIs, was the main Cubs catcher that year. Jones will make the pitch. 1-6, range play. Foote. 1-6, and that's a base hit to left field, but it's a range play for Briggs. Briggs is out there. His range is a 4. It's a 5. They'll drop in, and Foote will get there with a single. Maybe Briggs took a little bit off of it, thought he could get there. Briggs a good fielder, though, in left field, but just couldn't get that one there. That'll bring up the pitcher, Rick Russell. Russell here, a 165 average, 6 homers. I guess I probably will see if a double play is called. Probably will see a bunt, but let's see what the strategy roll says. That is an 8. Foote not going anywhere, but I'm going to go ahead and bunt with Russell. So the bunt is on, and let's see, 6-4. That's an error on a grounder. Now, we still have to check that, but let's do the bunt. The infield is going to actually be corners in, figuring the pitcher was bunting. And that is a 5. The bunt is hit to third base. Russell's base running bunt ratings a 3 becomes a 2. That is a 4, and that is going to be, or the 2, that's going to be a good, successful sacrifice bunt. But an error on a grounder came up. So that ball is hit to third. Bavakwa's error rating is a 10. That's a 1, and he's going to make an error on it, and everybody's going to be safe. And that was an error on a grounder is what came up. You still call that, even on a bunt. And that would have been a successful sacrifice bunt. But the bad play is made by Bavakwa. He fumbles it, and that's going to be everybody's safe. And that is an E5. That's the first error on the Padres. They had 2 errors historically in the game. So Rick Russell gets on base with the bunt. And now the top of the order with De Jesus. De Jesus got a double his first time up. Infield still a double play depth. Strategy roll, that is a 12. Foot stays put. Jones can't believe that nobody here wants to play some baseball. Jones, 6-2. That is blank. DeJesus, 2-6. And that is a ground ball to third. Ground ball to third. That ball is hit in the hole, and that'll get picked up. A double play chance will go second to first. 2-0-3. Second base. Second base, Allman, a 0. A 1-3. It's a double play. And they turn it, and that will retire the side. So DeJesus grounds out into the 5-4-3. No runs. There was a hit and an error, but the Cubs can't do anything with it. And after 2, the Cubs have a 2-1 lead. Top of the third inning coming up. Gene Richards will lead off for the Friars. He is 0 for 1. Russell will make the pitch. 6-1, blank, Richards. 1-3, and that's a ground ball to short, taken care of by DeJesus, and that is the first out. Good to have you guys here tonight for some Wednesday night baseball. Here is Smith. Smith got a base hit his first time up. Russell, 1-2, that's at the park. Wrigley Field, 2-3. That's a home run to center field, but Ozzy Smith has zeros there at homer, so that's just going to be a fly out to center automatically. And that will be out number 2. So home run to center field, but Smith doesn't have any home run power to get there. This guy, however, does. Here's Winfield. Winfield walked his first time up. There are now 2 outs. Russell, 6-5. Against the righty, walk, 16. That's too high. Winfield, 4-1. Base hit, center field, and Winfield keeps the inning alive, and that will be a single for him. He reaches base for the second time tonight. The next batter will be Briggs. Briggs lined out into a double play his first time up. Is Winfield going to do anything? The answer is a no. Russell will make the pitch. 6-3, that is a blank. Briggs, 2-1, fly ball, right field. Getting over there will be Mercer, and he will make the catch, and that will end the inning. No runs, a hit for the Padres as we go to the bottom of the third. So far, a pretty fast-moving game going on. Ted Sizemore leads off for the Cubbies, and he is 0 for 1. 2-1 Cubs, bottom of the third. Jones, 3-6. That is a blank. Sizemore, 1-1, ground out to short. 1 down. That was taken care of by Ozzy, the Wizard of Oz. Here's Buckner. Buckner got a double his first time up and scored. Jones, he'll go ahead and make the pitch. 5-5. That's an automatic out, and it is going to be a ground out to second. Two away now for Kingman. Kong is 0 for 1. If Jones pitches him a meatball, it's automatically gone, and Kingman can actually hit a home run off of his own card. Randy Jones doesn't have to pitch him a bad pitch. Jones, 3-4 against the righty, blank. Kingman, 1-5, base hits, it past third, and that will be a single. Kingman gets his second hit of the game. Actually, I'm sorry, that's his first hit of the game. But that is a single for Kingman. He'll hold it first and keep the inning alive for Martin. Martin, 1 for 1. He got a base hit his first time up. I don't think Kingman's going to do anything at first, and he will not. Jones will go ahead and make the deal. 6-2. That's blank. Martin, 4-6. That's a fly ball to left field. Briggs will get over there, and he'll pop it in his glove, and that will end the inning. No runs and a hit for the Cubbies. After 3, the Cubs have a 2-1 lead on the Padres. Here's inning number 4, and timeout while I take a quick drink of soda here. Playing these games for you guys really wears me out. Remember, guys, I do it all for you. Yeah, right, all for you. I'm just having fun. Top of the 4th inning, Gene Tennis will lead it off. He got a base hit and got an extra base on an error. Russell will make the deal. 2-1. That's a walk. That 16 will go it, and Tennis will go to first, and he walked a lot in 1979. So Tennis will reach base for the second time. Second walk issued by Russell. Here's Bavakwa. Bavakwa got a base hit his first time up. I don't think Tennis is going to do anything. That is a 19 no. Bavakwa could bunt him over, though. A 253 average. Now let him hit. Russell. 4-1. Strikeout 12. That is a no. Bavakwa 3-2. And that's a fly out to right. 1 down. One out for Kendall. Kendall is 0 for 1. That is a 20. Russell's going to try to pick off Tennis, and he will. Nope, he throws it away. That's an error. Russell goes ahead, tries to pick off Tennis, and threw it into the dugout. That is a 7, and a 6 and 7 is a pickoff error, and Tennis will go to second. And that is the second error on the Cubs. And that's an E1. E1 gets him an error to second base. Second error on the Cubs. Now Tennis on at second. And now we'll see if he's going to try anything there, which I doubt he will do. So 14, so no. So Russell threw the ball away, allowed Tennis to take second base. Now Russell will concentrate on Kendall. 3-3, strikeout, 15, no way. Kendall, 5-6, fly ball, right field. That'll get caught by Mercer for out number 2. Tennis, a base running rating of 2 on a fly ball to right, but he'll stay at second. And that will be the second out. Next up is Ullman. Ullman is 0 for 1. Tennis on at second base. And that's a 12. Russell will stay put, or Russell will keep him there. Fans are at Wrigley enjoying a 2-1 lead, but the Padres are playing kind of well, are trying to play hard. 4-4 against the righties. Strikeout 19. That is just too high, barely. Ullman, 4-1, and that's a ground ball to third. That'll get picked up by Ontiveros. He will throw to first and retire the side. No runs, no hits. There was an error, but the Padres are unable to take advantage of the mistake, and will go to the bottom of the 4th. Baseball Demos joins us here at Wrigley Field. I guess the error on the pickoff of Tennis could be said that Russell committed a fault, but there is always a second serve. Dave, I got to tell you, bro, I really, really do. I tell you. I'll let it slide. Bottom of the 4th inning, leading off for the Cubs will be Bobby Mercer, and he is 0 for 1. Jones will make the pitch. 4-4, strikeout 2, got him. He'll get Mercer, and that is strikeout number 2 for Jones. Here is Ontiveros. Ontiveros struck out his first time up. Jones with the pitch. 2-2, wild pitch, ball 1. 3-6, that is a blank. On Taveros, 2-6. Ground ball to first, and Tennis will take care of that for the second out. Tennis takes it himself. And it will bring up Foot. Foot got a base hit his first time up. Jones will go ahead and make the pitch. 4-4. That's a strikeout. The 18 is high. Foot, 6-3, and that's a ground ball to first again. Up with it will be Tennis, and he will trot over to first himself. And because Foot can't run with nothing, Barry Foot has a lead foot, and he will not make it to first easily. And that's a Tyra side, by the way. There. I made my own pun there, Dave. After 3 up, 3 down, after 4, still 2-1 in favor of the Cubbies. Top of the 5th coming up now, 2-1 in favor of the Cubs. Randy Jones leads off for the Padres, and he is 0 for 1. Russell, and 5-4 against a righty that is blank. Jones, 1-6, and he chops it right back to Russell, and he'll toss it to first for the out. One away, and here is Richards. Richards is 0 for 2. Lined out to short and ground out to short. The only thing he hasn't done yet is pop out to short. Russell, 2-2 against the lefty, blank. Richards, 1-1, and that is a ground ball, but that's a ground ball to second. And Sizemore will make the play for out number 2. Two outs now for the Wizard of Oz. Smith is 1 for 2. Russell, a 3-6. That's an error on a grounder. Smith, 5-4 against a righty pitcher. That's going to be a fly ball to center field. Jerry Martin will get to that one, and he will make the catch. And that's going to be a 1-2-3 inning on the Padres. As we now go to the bottom of the 5th, still 2-1 in favor of the Cubs. So Randy Jones led off the inning for the Padres. Rick Russell will lead off the inning for the Cubs. He reached on an error his last time up, actually. Jones will make the pitch. 3-6. That is a blank. Russell, 5-2. And that is going to be a grounder to short. The Wizard of Oz will handle that one. Next up is DeJesus. DeJesus is 1 for 2. He's got a double and he scored a run. Jones, 5-6. Home run chance. DeJesus, a righty. A 1-16. The 9 is good. Against the lefty, though, DeJesus has a 0. So he can't hit a home run there. 1-3. And all he does, Jones actually makes a mistake, but all DeJesus can do is just chop it to third, and Bavakwa will throw him out for 2 down. DeJesus knew he had one to pitch, but he got way over the ball. Here's Sizemore. Sizemore is 0 for 2. Jones, he will make the deal. 1-1. Pitcher result. Sizemore, righty. 1-2 is an automatic out. The 17 is high. Sizemore, 4-3. Base hit. Center field. Sizemore keeps the inning alive. First hit of the game for Sizemore. It will bring up Buckner. Buckner 1 for 2 with a double. And let's see. Anything happening with Sizemore? That's a 6, and the answer is no. Buckner will go ahead and make the pitch. We'll get ready for the pitch. Jones, 1-5, strikeout 3, and no, that is too high. Buckner is a 3, but -1 makes him a 2 against the lefty. Buckner, 2-6, and it's going to be a base hit to right field. So Buckner avoids the strikeout, but he does hit a single to right. Sizemore, base running rating of 3, and it's going to be a base running rating 3 with 2 outs becomes a 4. Single to right, no, single to right is let's see here. I keep on forgetting who's in the field. The Padres are in the field. Single to right. 1 to 4 will get there, and no, Sizemore actually holds at second, according to my chart. Still got to make a new chart. That chart's a little confusing for me. I got to make a new one. Runners at first and second, and here comes Kong. Well, you got to be careful with Kingman. You pitch him a grapefruit, it's automatic fruit salad. 2 outs. Jones in a little bit of trouble here on the bottom of the 5th. Strat, 17-0. Jones will now pitch to Kong. Kong looking for 1 to hit. Jones, 1-3, strikeout, 18. No, he will not strike out, barely. Kingman, 18, -1 is a 17. Because of Wrigley Field, does Kingman take advantage of that? 5-4, and no, it's going to be a ground ball to third. Bavakwa will make the play, and he is going to throw to second to get Buckner, and that will retire the side. So a chance for the Cubs to maybe get a couple of runs. No runs on 2 hits. It remains 2-1 after 5. My chart works. I just got to make it a little bit less confusing for me. Time out for 1 second while I get a drink. Where are we? Top of the 6th, right? Okay. Top of the 6th inning. Dave Winfield leads off for the Padres. He is 1 for 1, singled and walked. Russell will go ahead and make the pitch. 6-5 against the righty. Walk, 14. That's too high. Winfield, 1-3, and he pops that one up to short. That'll get caught by DeJesus. Pop out to short. Almost was a homer. Here's Briggs. Briggs is, he is 0 for 2. 1 out. Russell, 4-4 against the lefty. That is a blank. Briggs, 5-6, and that's a ground ball to first base. And this one will not get by Buckner. He'll make the play. Out number 2. Here is Tennis. Tennis is 1 for 1, singled, and 2 errors were attributed for his at-bats. Russell will pitch it, and that's a 1-2. That's at the park. Wrigley Field, 3-6, and that's going to be ground ball right back to Russell. He will have it, and he'll underhand it to first, and that will end the inning. 1-2-3 go the Friars as we go to the bottom of the 6th. A 2-1 lead for the Cubs. They went ahead and canceled, in Major League Baseball news, they went ahead and canceled another week of regular season baseball. That stinks. But guess what? We will always have baseball here at RJL Network. We will always have baseball with baseball demos. We will always have baseball with Al Red Sox fan. We will always have baseball with ID Jester. We will always have baseball, no matter what, because we have it here on the tube. Bottom of the 6th inning, as I will play the 1979 season through completion like I've done every other season, and any other season gets chosen after that. Jerry Martin leads off. He is 1 for 2. Jones with the pitch. 4-2 against the righty. That is blank. Martin, 4-3, and that's a ground out to short. Quick out there. Here's Mercer. Mercer is 0 for 2. Jones, he'll make the pitch. 4-3, that's at the park. Wrigley Field, 2-2, and that's going to be a double into center field for Mercer. That'll wind up in the ivy a little bit out there, but they'll recover quickly. Mercer goes into second, and he will hold. That's a first base hit from Mercer. And that is a double. It will bring up Ontiveros. Ontiveros is 0 for 2. Fans here at Wrigley Field enjoying a 2-1 lead. A win here for the Cubs gets them back to 500. Padres trying to stay close. The Reds and the Astros at this moment are pretty much running away with the NL West. But all the other teams, the Dodgers, the Padres, the Giants, and even the Braves are still very much alive for third. Strategy roll, 15, nothing happening. Jones, 6-5, strikeout 6, and he will get him. 2 outs. That is strikeout number 3 for Jones. That's a big K. Here comes Foote. Foote is 1 for 2. Mercer on its second. Nothing happening there with the 6. Jones will go ahead and make the pitch. 6-5, and that is a strikeout. The 9, that will be too high. Wrigley Field helps out Foote. Foote swings 5-4 against the lefty. Foote comes through. That's going to be a double to left field. Against the left-handed pitcher, Foote will smack the double. Mercer coming around from third. He will score. Foote goes to second. 3-1 Cubs. Stadium cheers. Yay! RBI double by Foote. As Randy Jones does not get the strikeout by Wrigley Field, and that allows the Cubs to get a base runner. Brad Church joins us here at Wrigley Field. Rick Russell is now at the plate, and he is 0 for 2, although he did reach on an error. Nothing happening with Foote at second. He'll stay put. Jones will go ahead and make the pitch. Jones, 5-4. That is a blank. Russell, 6-3, and he chops it to first. Tennis will take it himself, and that will be the end of the inning. 1 run on 2 hits for the Cubbies. After 6, the Cubs now lead 3-1 here at the friendly confines. Yep, we have to wait another week there, Mr. Church. But guess what we don't have to wait for? We've got plenty of baseball at RJL Network. No matter the season of Inside Pitch, 1956 to 2021, we got plenty of baseball of Inside Pitch here at RJL Network. And of course, Baseball Demo's doing a little History Maker baseball, and I'm actually very happy that he is doing some History Maker baseball. We need that game played more a little, I think. And of course, when Al Red Sox fan, well, he does everything, and he does it the best. What can I say? Top of the 7th inning, 3-1 Cubs. Leading off for the Padres will be Kirk Bavakwa, and he is 1 for 2. 3-1 here. Russell with the pitch. 3-1, wild pitch, ball 1. 1-2, that's at the park. Wrigley Field will say 1-6, base hit for Bavakwa, and that's a single. Bavakwa gets his second hit of the game. He will hold at first. Sean 1113 joins us here at Wrigley Field. So Bavakwa goes to first. The batter now will be Kendall. Kendall 0 for 2, infield a double play depth. Is Bavakwa going to do anything? Not with the 18. Kendall does get the bunt sign, but I'm not. And actually, you know what? With a 167 average, I am going to bunt with him. So the bunt sign is on, and we're going to bunt. Russell, 4-1, strikeout 8. That's too high. That's too high. The infield, a double play depth, not expecting Kendall to bunt. Kendall, that is a 4, and that is bunted down to first base. That is a 9. His bunt rating is a 3, and that's going to be a successful sacrifice bunt. Bavakwa goes to second. Kendall thrown out at first, 1 down. So that just becomes a ground ball to first base. And that is taken care of there, as Russell had to cover it, but Bavakwa goes to second, and there is 1 out. Here's Ullman. Ullman is 0 for 2. And let's see here. Strategy roll 15, nothing happening. Bavakwa will stay at second. Russell with the pitch. 5-2. That is a blank. He's not tired. Ullman, 2-2. That ball is hit to center field. That's a 14. Against the righty, that's going to be too high, and it will be a fly out to center. Getting over there will be Martin. He makes the catch. A fly out to center. Bavakwa's base running rating becomes a 0. He will not go to third. Next batter is Randy Jones, and we're going to see a pinch hitter. I think that's it for Jones. You're down 3-1, and you need somebody to hit. And Randy Jones really only has one batter left before he retires. So that's going to be it for Jones. We will see a pinch hitter for the Padres. And coming on to pinch hit for San Diego will be the human rain delay, Mike Hargrove, 289 average, 10 homers, 64 RBIs. So they asked Mike Hargrove to go up and grab a bat, and he's still on the bench. He's asleep. Okay, so they're waking up Hargrove, and he says, what? He said, hey, grab a bat and get out there. I said, oh, okay. Goes to the bat shelf, picks out a bat, doesn't like the color, picks up another bat. Again, doesn't like the color, picks up a shorter bat. He likes that color, puts on 2 pairs of gloves, goes ahead and switches his cap around. Doesn't like the fit of the helmet, goes get another helmet. Doesn't like that helmet either, gets another helmet. Now he likes that helmet. Now he steps into the batter's box. Oh, a girl calls to him from the crowd. Gets another phone number like he always does. The umpire is shaking his head. And the umpire just goes to him and said, hey, get up to the plate. And said, oh, okay. And now he'll bat. Human rain delay. Russell with the pitch. Actually, I guess I should do a strategy roll first. That is a 3. Bavakwa is not doing anything. Russell, 6-6. Range play at the park. Wrigley Field, 5-2. That is a ground ball to first. That's picked up. That's Buckner. Buckner's range is a 3 and he will get it. It does not get by Buckner. He makes the play, and he will go ahead. Russell will come over to first. Buckner throws it to him, and that will retire the side. No runs, a hit for the Padres, and they strand a base runner here. So we go to the bottom of the 7th. But we are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game, and Chicago, Chicago, you're my kind of town. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we got 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. Our next game will be tomorrow. We will be on June 9th. And we're going to go back to California, back to Anaheim Stadium, as a matter of fact. The Detroit Tigers are going to take on the California Angels. It will be Dave Rozema for the Tigers. And once again, the Nolan Ryan Express will be on the mound for the Angels. The Tigers, unfortunately, are tied for last with Detroit, with Toronto in the AL East. The Angels, however, have the best record in the AL West, and they are in first place. They are 15 games above. So we get another look at the Tigers tomorrow. Detroit at California, Rozema at Ryan. That will be tomorrow night on RJL Network. Bottom of the 7th inning coming up here. Cubs lead 3-1. Ivan De Jesus leads off. They got right, left coming up. So I think the Padres will go to a righty here. And let's see what it's going to be. And they will not bring in him. they will bring in this guy. Coming on to pitch for the Padres will be John Dakisto. 9 wins, 13 losses, 2 saves, a 4.92 ERA. We saw Dakisto when he started a game for the Padres, but he's going to come in here in relief. So he will come on and pitch, and he can pitch to 9 batters. We'll see how long he goes. Bottom of 7, 3-1. De Jesus will accept the pitch. Dakisto, 4-3. But walk plus, and that's going to be ball 4 with an 8. Dakisto had 80 walks that year, and Ivan De Jesus will draw a base on balls to start the inning off. Sizemore is next. He's 1 for 3. De Jesus, infield double play depth. Strategy rolls are still active, and De Jesus is not going anywhere on that. He had 24 stolen bases that year. Dakisto, 1-5, strikeout, 14 no. Sizemore, 3-6, and he popped it up. That's going to be a pop out to second. 1 out, and here comes Buckner. Buckner gets some cheers from the Wrigley crowd for making good plays today. Buckner having a good night, 2 for 3, a single and a double. De Jesus does not get the jump. The hit and run sign comes up. I don't think you hit and run here. I don't think you hit and run here. I think you let Buckner swing. Hit and run is called off, but that sign did come up. Dakisto will go ahead and make the pitch. 2-2, strikeout 2, and he will get Buckner. Barely got him, but he got him. Buckner didn't strike out much, but he does there, 2 down. As Woodman 564 joins us here at Wrigley Field. Do I have Indians games coming down the line? Yes, I do, of course. We have to see. We're in the second schedule block there, Dr. Nick. So obviously we have Indians games coming, and the Indians right now are in the top 3 of the up on the top 4 of the AL East. So they're not going to be going away. I think at least not anytime soon. Here's Kingman. Kingman 1 for 3. He got himself a single. De Jesus still on base. And that is a 7. He's not going to go anywhere. Dakisto with the pitch. 5-2. Range play at the park. Wrigley Field. 2-3. And we don't have to worry about that. 2-3. That is a home run to center field. Well, Kingman's got 20s. We kind of knew sooner or later he was going to do it. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. And that ball's going to wind up on Waveland Avenue. It is gone. Home run for Kong. Stadium cheers. Yay! Dave Kingman goes ahead and blasts that one out of here. That is a big 2-run bomb. He hits that one out of the park. With his strength, he goes ahead and gets that. And it is now 5-1 in favor of the Cubs. And Dakisto knows that was a home run. That was a ballpark home run. So Dakisto made a good pitch. But the wind took that one out of there. And that is a 2-run bomb by Kingman. Here's Martin. Martin is 1 for 3. 2 outs now, 5-1 Cubs. Dakisto, 3-1. That is a blank. Martin, 2-5, and that is going to be a fly ball to right field. Winfield will get to that, and he will make the catch. And that retires the side. 2 runs on 1 hit. A 2-run bomb by Kong. The Cubs have a 5-1 lead now after 7. We go to the top of the 8th. Cubs enjoying a 5-1 lead. Gene Richards leads off for the Padres. He is 0 for 3. Russell can pitch to 28 batters. He will be tired after Richards. We'll see how long Russell can go. With a 4-run lead, I expect they'll keep him in there a little longer. Russell, 3-5, walk, 18, no. Richards, 2-6, and that's a ground out to short. One man down. Next batter will be Smith. Smith is 1 for 3. Russell, and that's a 2-5. Strikeout, 7. No, that's too high. Smith, a 4-4, and that's another ground ball to short. De Jesus will throw out one shortstop from another. 2 down. 2 outs now for Winfield. Winfield is 1 for 2, has a single. Russell, by the way, is tired. Russell, a 6-3. That is a blank. Winfield, 1-6. That ball is hit to left field. That is a 2, and that's going to be a single against a right-handed pitcher. Winfield gets a base hit, his second hit of the game. It will bring up Briggs. Briggs is 0 for 3. Strategy rolls are off. Russell, 2-1, walk, and that's ball 4. That will be a 1. That's a walk. And now suddenly the Padres have runners at first and second. That is the third walk issued by Russell. The batter now is Tennis. Tennis is 1 for 2. And I just wonder if I want to take Russell out. Russell's due to bat 4th in the bottom of the 8th. They're going to stick with him. They're going to stick with Big Daddy. So 5-1 here. In the top of the 8th inning, are just seeing if Russell can get one more out. Tennis, though, has power, home run power, can make this another interesting game. Russell, 2-6. That is a blank. Tennis, 1-2, and he'll get out of it. That's going to be a ground ball to first, picked up by Buckner. He'll take it himself. He will run to first, and Russell gets out of the jam. No runs, a hit for the Padres, as Russell right now cruising along and doing the job. We go to the bottom of the 8th. John Dakisto is going to come out. He gives up the home run. Padres are going to go to the bullpen. They got left switch right coming up. I think we're going to see a lefty here probably. Let's see. It's the 8th inning. Could really be any pitcher. Let's see. Yeah, they'll stick. What do they think? They'll go with a lefty here. They'll go with a lefty. Coming on to pitch for the Padres is going to be Bob Shirley. Shirley, you can't be serious. 8 wins, 16 losses, a 3.38 ERA. Shirley will go ahead and pitch the bottom of the 8th. 5-1 in favor of the Cubbies. Leading off for the Cubs will be Bobby Mercer. Mercer is 1 for 3, doubled his last time up. Shirley, 3-1. Against the lefty, that's an automatic out. And it will be a ground out to third. Mercer goes down quietly. Ontiveros is next. He's 0 for 3. Shirley, a 3-5. That's a home run chance. Ontiveros, a switch hitter, hitting from the right side. A 1-7. The 20 is too high. Ontiveros, 3-1. He hits one to left field. That's a 13 against the lefty. That's too high. And that's going to be a fly out to left. So Ontiveros misses a chance to maybe do something, but he does nothing. And that is the second out. Here's Foote, and he is 2 for 3, a single and a double. Shirley trying to have a good inning here. Shirley, 1-4, walk, 3. He was doing pretty well until then, and that's ball 4. And Foote will trot to first. Russell is due to bat next, but the Cubs are going to pull him. Even though he is tired, but he is due to bat, they will go with a pinch hitter. to try to keep the Padres honest. And who's going to come up to pitch here? And let's see. You got a lefty on the mound. It is going to be this guy. Coming on to pitch for the Cubs will be Mike Vail. 335 average, 7 homers, 35 RBIs, 179 at-bats for the Cubs that year. Mike Vail will come on and pitch, will come up and bat against Shirley. 2 outs, foot on at first. Vail looking to get some insurance. Shirley with the pitch. 4-1, strikeout 15, no way. Vail gets the swing. 5-4, and that's going to be a fly ball to left field. Moving over there is Briggs. He will get under it, and he will put it away. Side retired. The Cubs get a walk, but that is all they will get. 5-1 Cubbies after 8. But will we see some ninth inning magic? Top of the ninth coming up. Leading off for the Padres will be Kirk Bavakwa. He will bat. Cubs are going to go to the bullpen. Let's see who they're going to bring out. And coming on to pitch for the Cubs is going to be Dick Tidrow. Tidrow now on the Cubs. Remember, he started with the Yankees this year. Here's Dirt Tidrow. 13 wins, 6 losses, 6 saves, a 3.66 ERA. Tidrow will now come on and pitch against Bavakwa. Top of the ninth, 5-1 Cubs. Yes, Vail, a former Met. Absolutely there, Mr. David. Tidrow with the pitch. Pitch from Dirt, 3-1. Right, strikeout, 20, no. Bavakwa, 3-6, and that's a pop-up to short, and that's out number 1. That'll get taken care of by De Jesus, 1 out. Fred Kendall is next. We're going to see a pinch hitter, I think, for Kendall. He only bats 167, and it is the 9th inning, so anybody can come up to bat. And they're going to go ahead and bring in the other catcher, and will take over in case this game goes any further. Coming on to pinch hit will be Bill Fahey. 287 average, 3 homers, 19 RBIs. Fahey a better catcher, and he will take over at catcher if this game goes any further. Kendall was 0 for 3, so Dirt will now pitch to Fahey. Pitch from Tidrow, 2-1 against the lefty. That's an automatic out, and it will be a ground ball to third. Ontiveros will throw to first, out number 2. And the last chance now for the Padres is Ullman. He batted 227. And so am I going to let him bat? And I think the answer is, yeah, he's going to bat. He's going to bat. So here's Bill Ullman. He'll come up to swing. Ullman is 0 for 3. 2 outs, 5-1. Tidrow trying to close the game out. A win here puts the Cubs back to 500. Tidrow with the pitch. 3-3, hit by pitch. 6, no, that is too high. Ullman, 4-5, and that's going to be a base hit right up the middle, and it will be a single. Ullman keeps the game alive. What, did you expect a 1-2-3 closing inning at RJL Network? I think not. We'll see a pinch hitter for Bob Shirley as he is the next batter. And the next best batter they have on the bench for the Padres will be Broderick Perkins. 264 average and 8 RBIs. Perkins will try to keep the game going here. 2 outs in the top of the ninth, 5-1. Ullman on at first. Strategy rolls are off. Tidrow trying to close the game out. Pitch underway. 1-5, and that is at the park. Wrigley Field says 1-1, and that is a blank. We got a rare play that could end the ball game. So let's see what the rare play is. Rare plays men on, and it is a 35. If runner on second, single to center field with the runner attempting to score on close play. Roll 1d6 versus base runner plus center field arm. If higher, runner out, otherwise safe. Well, there is no runner on second. I know it say a play does not apply re-roll on chart. What I do is I re-roll the entire at bat, because rare plays really should be rare plays. So there is no rare play that works because it does not have a runner on second. Tidrow. So in my opinion, in my opinion, that is a foul ball out of play. Strike one. Tidrow will try again. 5-5. That's a pitcher result. Perkins a lefty. A 1-7's an automatic out. The 2 is good, and that will do it. It's a ground ball to short. Taken up by De Jesus. He pumps once, pumps twice, throws to first. That's your game. The Cubs go ahead and get a win over the Padres. 5-1 tonight. Stadium cheers. Yay! No runs a hit for the Padres, as the Cubs will do they did win this game historically, and they do win this game tonight. A nice 5-1 win for the Cubbies. Fans here at Wrigley Field will enjoy that. And I hope you did too. And let's get the final line score coming up. For the Cubs, 5 runs on 10 hits and 2 errors. For the Padres, 1 run on 7 hits and 1 error. Rick Russell does get the win. Randy Jones does take the loss. No save, but I will give a hold for Tidrow. So a nice win for the Chicago Cubs tonight. I'm sure they'll be more than happy with it. And we got the 10-minute ticker coming right up, so don't go away. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. So let's see. So the Cubs get that nice 5-1 win. And now we'll begin with June 6th. Of course, that is D-Day. Kansas City at Baltimore. Royals 9-65, and that is good. That's 9. Orioles 13-64, and that is 9. Wow, they tie. They get a tie. Let's see what happens. Kansas City rolls a 6. Plus 0 is 6. Baltimore rolls a 1, and that is a 1. So Kansas City will win the game in extras. White Sox at Boston. White Sox 9-62, and that is 7. Red Sox 15-15, and that is 3, and that will be a win for the Pale Hose. Toronto at California. Blue Jays 4-25, and they got 2. California 20-16. That's going to be enough. That should win that game. It does. It's 4. And another win for the Halos. Texas at Milwaukee. Rangers 10-42, and that's 5. Milwaukee 9-64. That's 8. Brewers continue to play some awesome baseball. Minnesota and the Yankees. Minnesota 4-53, and that's 5. Yankees 5-23, and that is 2, a win for the Twins. Cleveland at Oakland. Cleveland 14-65, that's going to be 10. The A's 356, and that is 5. Another win for the Tribe. Detroit at Seattle. Tigers 12-14, and that's 2. Mariners 4-11, that's 0. A win for the Tigers. Montreal at Atlanta. Montreal 9-21, and that's 2. Braves 11-45, and that's going to be 5. That will be a win for the Bravos. Mets and the Reds. Mets 4-52, and that is 4. Reds 13-44, and that is 5. And a win for the Reds, and my Mets continue to stink. Philadelphia and the Astros. Philadelphia 2-33, and that is 2. Astros 6-62, that is 6. A win for Steeler fan and the Astros. Dodgers and Pittsburgh. Dodgers 14-65, that is 10. Pittsburgh 14-24, and that is 4. That will be a win for the Dodgers. Giants and the Cardinals. Giants 16-44, that's 6. Cardinals 11-15, and that's 2. A win for the Giants. June 7th, Royals and the Orioles. Royals 7-52, that's 5. Baltimore 10-35, and that is 4. That will be a win for the Royals. White Sox at Boston. White Sox 8-35, and they got 4. Red Sox 12-56, and that is 7, and that will be a win for the Bo Sox. Rangers and the Brewers. Rangers 15-15, and that is 3. Brewers 9-31, and that is also 3, and we got a tie. Rangers roll a 4, -1 is 3. Brewers roll a 1, +2 is 3, and that's going to be a win for the Brewers as they win as home team wins ties and extras. Minnesota and the Yankees. Minnesota 13-44, and they get 5. Yankees 6-14, and that is 1. That'll be a win for the Twins. Twins are still pretty good. They're staying up there in the AL West. San Diego and the Cubs. Padres 9-42, and that's 4. Cubs 7-13, and that's 1. The Padres will win that game. Giants and the Cardinals. Giants 11-42, that is 5. Cardinals 12-55, and that is 7. It'll be a win for the Redbirds. Moving on to June 8th. Rangers at Baltimore now. Rangers 5-34, that's 3. Baltimore 11-53, and it is 6. Win for the O's. Minnesota at Boston. Twins 10-44, that's 5. Red Sox 13-25, and that is 4. Another win for the Twins. Boston just not doing so well this year. Detroit at California. We have these two teams tomorrow. Detroit 14-36, and that is 5. The Angels 15-42, and that is also 5. They will tie. Detroit rolls a 5. +0. California rolls a 2. -2 is 0. And the Tigers will win in extras. Oh, there's BB as he finally shows up for 10-minute ticker. Yankees at the Royals. Yankees 17-22. And that is 4. Royals 12-34, and that is also 4, and these two teams tie. Yankees roll a 3, +1 is 4. Royals roll a 4 plus 0 is 4. They tie. The Royals will win it in extras. He was probably out buying a car. You keep on saying that, Steeler fan, you're going to owe me for that car. But that's okay. You can buy me a car anytime. Toronto at Oakland. Toronto 8-62, and that is 7. I know Steeler fan has all the money. Oakland 9-32, and that is 3. After all, you know Steeler fan had all the money. He paid me to make sure that the Astros won the 85 World Series. Boy, was that absolutely rigged. Oh. Cleveland at Seattle. Indians 9-62, and that is 7. Mariners 17-12. That's 2. That'll be a win for the Indians. Dodgers and the Cubs. Dodgers 12-64, and that is 9. Cubs 7-14, that's 1. And the Dodgers will beat the Cubs. Montreal and the Reds. Big series between two division leaders. Expos 8-61, and that is 6. Reds 5-42, and that's 4. The Expos will beat the Reds. Astros and the Mets. Joe Niekro against Pat Zachary. Steeler fans, Astros against my Mets. Can my Mets go ahead and get a win? Houston 4-23, and that is 2. Mets 1-26, and that is also 2. We got extras. Houston rolls a 2. Plus 2 is 4. Mets roll a 6. Minus 1 is 5. My Mets get a happy recap on the Astros tonight. And Steeler fan will probably still say it was rigged. Braves and the Phillies. Atlanta 9-51, and that is 5. Philadelphia 10-16, and that is 2. That's a win for the Bravos. Giants and the Pirates. Giants 7-11, that's 0. Pittsburgh 12-16, and that is 2. Another win for We Are Family. Padres and the Cardinals. Padres 6-41, and that is 4. Cardinals 11-36, and that is also 4. We got again another tie. Padres roll a 6. Minus 1 is 5. Cardinals roll a 4. Plus 0 is 4. The Padres will win in extras. That is your 10-minute ticker tonight. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow will be June 9th. We're going to go to Anaheim Stadium as the Detroit Tigers will take on the California Angels. Dave Rozema for Detroit. Nolan Ryan Express for the Angels. Anything is possible when the Ryan Express is out on the mound. So you guys better be ready for an exciting game we hope tomorrow. Detroit at California. Be there or be square. Steeler fan, BB, Baseball Demos, My Basement Media Productions, Woodman 564, Brad Church, Sean 1113, and Brian Patterson. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out to the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so. And make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night. The Cubbies get a win on the Friars tonight at the friendly confines. They beat the Padres 5-1. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Take care.